You can see where the actual return lip and the seam's blown on the little the step out panel here. This panel sits over the wheel arch panel. I'm not too fussed about that because that should be an easy fix. The chassis leg has just blown the seam, but again that is not actually, I mean, it feels fine, but I'll have a chop into it anyway, because of course this folds over the closing panel in here. So I'll chop that out because I'm going to have to do this bit anyway, because where it's corroded above the subframe mounting and there's nothing left in there, which is why it's separated on the inside. It's also further down the sill. That's not pretty. It's triple layered here, so I think I'll probably end up cutting the sill across here, which, I mean, all of this is really good. There's really not any corrosion in it until you get up into the, I don't think you'll be able to see, it's dark, but anyway, it's corroded through from here. I don't know why, but it's got a ding in it there, and it's got a ding in it there. So I think I'll probably just chop it across here and just replace this whole section. This bit, I'm kind of hoping, given that I've got a week, I don't really want to disturb the wing. So with this chopped out, access behind isn't bad. And with the replacement sill section, it actually comes up to about there. So if I can file all this shit away behind the wing, which again, access isn't bad, I might have to take that panel out, but that's okay. I should be able to fix that from behind, weld it in, weld the wing to it. That should be okay. In here, well, good and bad. The inner sill's deformed. In fact, the way that the chassis leg, they've both got little, they've gone in the same place, but it almost, I know this car's had a bang in the side long before I bought it. Up there, but it kind of looks almost like it's had a tap from the back. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. But anyway, so it's deformed a bit there. I think that's probably just where it's corroded through from the other side. So I think a bit more chopping is in order. Let's see what we're looking at, really. 3 o'clock. For however much this looks fucked. I mean, it is, don't get me wrong, it is fucked, but Jesus. It's still awfully bloody deep. Woo! Normally you only want to cut through one surface, but since I'm replacing the inner sill as well, I don't really care. man, that tastes horrid. Oh man, old Citroen really tastes horrid. Ooh. It's not a happy mount, is it? So let's go and have a look and see what the leg looks like. Probably not great. Oh dear, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's why that's separating. It's it's not really there anymore, is it? So that bit's definitely worse than it looked. Yeah, okay, so it's definitely going to want a bit of leg, missus. Yeah. And it has indeed pulled away completely, which is exactly how it looked from the inside actually, so that's nah, fair enough. It's really not too bad actually. There's a bit of surface, it's fine. I mean that'll clean up, that's no problem. I'm gonna cut all of this bit out just because it's A, deformed, and B, that hole is quite a lot bigger than it needs to be now, because these are the sections from Chevronics. Go up yonder and you can see that the hole is bigger than it needs to be. It doesn't really matter because you can weld it round. I will anyway, but given that corner's gone and it's all a little bit bent in here, I will chop it up around there. 3mm plate right up to the back. This actually looks awful, but it's not too bad. Might want a little bit of repair on just on the return lip, but all in all, it's actually not too bad, and this panel's pretty good. There's no corrosion. I mean, there's again a bit of surface, but I think that's where it's rusted through from the well, between the outer sill and that lip. Chassis leg, to be fair, although this looked crusty, this is actually okay. And what you can't see, but I have because I've looked up there, it's absolutely fine all up through here. So it's just a bit of surface rust. So I'll probably cut it, I don't know, across there and just replace this piece right the way in and through. It's actually pretty good. Oh, God. Again, it's rusty. It's around where the mount was. But it's not too bad beyond. It's absolutely fine up this end. So that's, again, let me just chop this bit out. I'll probably just replace this piece with some 2mm and then do this piece in 3mm. And then once that's welded on, That's gonna be super strong. There we go. I could just yank it off, couldn't I? There we go. I've cleaned up a little bit of this wing. The tab for the breather valve thing is, as usual, knackered. So I shall make a new one. But happily, most of this inner wheel tub, well, whatever, it's only really particularly rotten where the outrigger attaches to it, which is where they always go. You start welding things and creating mud traps around flexible steel. Now, however much of this rubbery crap you put on it, it's going to rot, and it has. But that is an easy repair. This side is worse than the other side. I'm actually tempted to cut it right back to the end of the lower bit of the leg and just replace all of this. It's gone completely. You can't see it, but yeah, where the subframe bracket was, it's completely rotted out all around it. I've got these from Chevronics. I've got lots of bits from Chevronics. I was hoping. My fag has gone out. Hang on a minute. Bear with. I was hoping, because on the website it said that they had the inner wheel arches, both sides, and a boot floor. As of today, it still does. Alas, they didn't. They only had the offside inner wheel arch, which I purchased. It's a lovely thing, genuine Citroen, with the part number on it and everything. A bit dirty, but it's fine. And I did sort of expect to be fitting that whole panel. However, because I have a week, and most of that is quite, no, it's all right, it's fine. I could replace the quarter, but I mean it's a lot of work, and if that's the only corrosion in it, then it just seems utterly pointless to make more work for myself at the moment, given that I don't have any time. So I'm just going to fix that, and I will keep that for another time. So that was a bodge I did years ago when I was on my way to work, and the fuel pulsation damper decided to die, which of course they all do. So that was, I mean, access to that is not good when the subframe's in the car, is proper buried. that obviously will be going. I'm not going to refit a fuel pulsation damper because A, I don't have one, and B, you can see it here, it's past its best. You don't really need them. They exist so that as the injectors open and close, obviously the pressure, because the pump runs at a set speed and a set pressure, the pressure varies slightly in the lines as fuel is released and not released. So that damps or you know, it's a spring with a diaphragm, and it takes up, essentially it allows for the variance in pressure and keeps the line pressure steady. Allegedly they can have an effect on performance if you don't have one. I've never noticed that on any BX I've had where I've deleted that. I've certainly never noticed it in this, and this one's been deleted forever, for years. And they also apparently they can cut down on noise, because you can end up with a harmonic noise within the fuel lines. I've never noticed that, and I don't really care anyway, so I'm going to delete that completely. This subframe is not in the best of health. I do have other subframes. I don't know if I've got a GTI spec one. It's easy enough to modify it because you just got to swap the brackets for the pump. So I could modify one, but I think I'll probably clean that one up, see how bad it is. I've got all new bushes and shit for it, so not too worried about that either. It's a bit of a bitzer, and there's just lots of drilling and boring shit today, but that's kind of, I had a bit of time free in the afternoon, so I thought I'd come and do something. Before I go home, I think what I'd like to do is sort of decide, I don't really want to cut any more of this sill off. There is some corrosion up here, and there is some corrosion that's come through just in front of the B pillar, so I'll have to take this off. But again, that I can do as a localised repair. I don't really need to cut all of this off, and again, this is all perfect, so I think I'm probably going to cut the repair panel to join it. I mean, I haven't exactly cut that very square or straight. I'll tidy this up, but I think I'll probably join it somewhere about there. I was going to keep going past where the little, you've got a little loop over bit there, but it's replacing a section that doesn't need it, and again, it means that I can keep a bit more sill section for somewhere else should I need it. One of the joys of pattern parts, so this is the near side sill that I've cut down. However, granted, I mean, all of this needs cutting out because obviously it's in the way. If you sort of line that up where you can get an idea from where the kick out is in the panel, which is about there, right, which just doesn't follow. None of it follows. So if you put the kick out, if you line the kick out where it should be, to actually get it to follow the car, the arse end of it is way too high, but equally, to actually get this where it should be at the back end, it doesn't follow this. The shape here is completely different to the shape there, which yeah. So I think, given that this is fine, I'm going to square this up, cut this piece out right the way through so I can use that lip, and I'll get the back end of this where it should be, which is there, rather than back here, which is where it would need to be for that kick out to follow. What I'm probably going to have to do, because I've cut that out and it, yeah, well, I've cut it out now. I should probably have checked this before I got involved, really, but to make it fit the car is probably cut this piece off and then put this piece in here so that it follows the kit. I've still got to cut this top lip off, but so that it follows that kick out, and then join it up here, and then weld this piece to it so the back is where it should be, and make it all line up, which is It's more work, but you know, I mean, you've got to get that right, haven't you? You can't not get that right. So that is, I think that's a job for another day. I should not have the same problem with this panel, because this is genuine Citroen, and it's the dog's tits. So it's always nice to have genuine panels, because you just know that, you know, that is going to fit absolutely perfectly. The other thing to note, these new brackets from Chevronics, I mean, they're really good, don't get me wrong, they're lovely, they're actually better than the originals, because if you look at the original, they're only spot welded. I mean, granted, there's spot weld holes in these, but what I'm going to do is what I did on Dad's, which is seam weld it the whole way around, and spot weld it, because if it's seam welded and sealed, weather should never get in behind it and cause this sort of crap, which is precisely what's happened here. You can see it, it's weather has got in behind it and it's just eaten it. I mean, these were quite thick bits of plate and there's holes in it, and it's all rotted through from behind, which is well, not great. But these the original mounts had the rear jacking points. That little lip there, when it was on the car, gave you the rear lift point. The Chevronics ones don't have that. Now, that's okay, doesn't bother me, because when I replace this panel, I'll do exactly what I did on Dad's, which is weld a piece in here, but make it overlong to replicate the jacking point, except again, I'll do what I did on Dad's and make it ever so slightly longer, so that once that, so that will then become part of the inner sill, which will be a lot thicker. I'll also probably, I mean, 3mm going to be fine, it's quite a large area, but I might actually extend the plate up round and seam weld it round, so it goes up into the floor structure and the chassis leg structure, which makes the whole thing, I mean, pretty bomb proof. You know, you'd have to try quite hard to bend that. So that's probably what I'm going to do there. So I'll already have the little kick out for the jacking point there, but then just to make doubly sure, once that is glued on, I will then cut another piece which I will weld to the inner sill and the subframe mount bracket, so that this will be double the thickness, and then you should be able to jack the entire car off of it, and it will be absolutely fine for the rest of the time. Anyway, I'm going to get back to what I was doing, which was measuring this to cut it down. The joys of factory panels. Now, ignore the fact that there's a bit of a gap here, because this currently is just laid over the original panel, so it's a little bit forward and a little bit out, but allowing for the fact that it's a little bit forward, the kick line is will be perfect. The way that it follows, the shape of it all around the sill is absolutely bang on. That shape is absolutely bang on, as you'd expect with a factory panel. So once I've marked this and cut these bits out, I'm not going to cut the front edge yet, this is overlong, but obviously once I've chopped this bit out, that will go back where it should be, and then I can mark this up and cut it for final fit.